Today, we are also going to talk about inflammation. We've already discussed in detail what inflammation is and what are the reasons for inflammation from the perspective of Ayurveda. And today I'm going to tell you 11 pointers of how you can beat inflammation through Ayurveda. If your digestive power is strong, there is no way that your body can accumulate toxins or undigested waste. This undigested waste or ama sitting in your system is the main reason for inflammation, and there are ways that you can enhance your digestive power. Number one, drinking warm water, adding digestive herbs like ginger, turmeric, shunthi, or even carom and cumin. Avoid cold drinks or icy drinks even if it's summertime. It doesn't make sense if you want to beat inflammation that you would actually add things which increase inflammation. Anything that is icy in nature or unnaturally cold in nature will weaken your Agni, which will increase inflammation in your body. Similar to Vidya Balan, it is quite important for us to understand an anti-inflammatory diet of warm, cooked, fresh meals at home. This can include a good amount of ghee, a good amount of dairy products if you are not gluten or lactose intolerant. Also, whole grains, millets, cooked very well, warm, fresh in nature are really good to maintain an anti-inflammatory diet. Even at home, drinking amla juice or amla shot can be a very strong anti-inflammatory diet of its own. Waking up at Brahma Muhurat if you can, or even as early as 6 am is still okay, but sleeping on time at 10 pm is quite important. Maintaining your meals at the right time in the same amount, and if you can keep your meals consistent as well, can ensure that your Dincharya is really good. Also, meditation, yoga addition to your Dincharya is also quite good for an anti-inflammatory action. Dincharya is how you live your day, and Ritucharya is how you live according to seasons. Identify the season that you're in and then eat according to that season. On top of that, drinking summer drinks like Bel Sharbat or Nimbu Pani can also help reduce inflammation. Any movement always helps inflammation. It helps remove toxins from your body. If you're a Kapha body type, gymming or running is a great exercise for you. If you're a Pitta body type, swimming is quite good for you. And if you're a Vata body type, walking or calming and grounding exercises are quite good for you. Identify your body type and figure out what exercise or movement is good for you. Even if you have a 9 am to 7 pm job, ensure that you're not constantly sitting beyond 20 minutes at a stretch. Stress is one of the major reasons for chronic inflammation in this day and age, and breathwork can actually help alleviate chronic inflammation symptoms. For example, doing a simple pranayam like Anulom Vilom, Bhastrika, depending on what your body needs are, and also transcendental meditation, which is known to relieve stress, anxiety and worry on its own, can help those who are in need of such practices. Rather, I would recommend it to everyone. If they have inflammation in their body, breathwork is a great way to balance your pranvata, which helps eliminate any toxins that block it. At least once or twice a year, ensure that you get Panchkarma, which is the Ayurvedic way of detox. If you can't go to the hospital or if you can't go to a clinic, find out detox therapies at home or generally do a lightning therapy. These detox therapies allow your body to heal itself, remove the inflammation from your body and allow the body to come back to its natural state. Panchkarma therapies like oil enemas, like Vaman, like Basti, or even Virichin at home can help remove inflammation which has accumulated over a period of time. Oils like Dhanvantari Tel, like Mahanarayan Tel, like even Vata oil can help eliminate excessive Vata accumulated in the system. Now this necessarily might not reduce inflammation on its own, but it helps movement of bioenergies of all these doshas in your body, which will eliminate the inflammation as their natural action. That means your body's srotas, channels have to be cleared, and these oils, healing therapies, these aroma therapies help eliminate that excessive inflammation from your body. If you have skin disorders, find Pitta balancing oils so that the rashes, redness on your skin also reduces. If you have excessive weight gain or swelling in your body, Kapha balancing oils might be a better option. In this case, I would recommend find out what your Prakriti is, find out what your current imbalance is, and find out what your Agni or digestion type is. Based on this, make the best informed decision. Mahanarayan Tel or Dhanvantari Tel for joint pain and stiffness is good, but if you are somebody who has rheumatoid arthritis, using oils is generally not recommended without the consultation of a Vaidya. 7 to 9 hours of sleep in general is a good amount of sleep. However, you have to ensure that your sleep is a good, well-rested sleep, a quality sleep, and is not compromised by heavy dreaming, excessive burden on your mind, and it is rather the time for your body to go into Yog Nidra, which is that blissful state of sleep that helps reform, heal, and give you a good rest. Rest is directly proportional to removal of inflammation from your body. For those who have trouble sleeping, simple things like removing caffeine from your body at least 5 hours before you sleep is important. In addition to that, a glass of warm milk with a pinch of nutmeg or even trying ashwagandha to relieve stress can help make you sleep better. Grounding is a real thing. Walking on grass, staying with nature, actually going out there in nature can bring you back in touch with the natural laws that reside within your body. And then your body is able to identify the sites of chronic inflammation and remove them naturally. Also ensuring Satvikta in our life. Remember, any disease is the cause of your Atma separating from your physical body, and Satvikta brings the two together. So, listening to bhajans, doing jap mala, or listening to good devotional songs, Vedic chants can help you remove inflammation naturally. Number 1 herb, which is Triphala. Triphala is that natural detoxifier and a nourisher. It removes inflammation from your gut naturally and also relieves you of any accumulated ama or toxins in your colon. Number 2, turmeric or haldi. Just adding a half a teaspoon of turmeric, or if you can tolerate the heat from turmeric, taking it as turmeric tea just with 1/4 teaspoon, not more than that, can actually heal inflammation. Number 3, ginger. Ginger is a great Agni booster. Ginger, even in the dry form as shunthi, can help those who have pitta related inflammation. Now ginger itself helps in digestion, removes any excess ama, and the warmth of ginger can help those who have arthritis, body pain, or any sort of pain in general. Number 4, which is Boswellia or Shalaki. Now Shalaki is also an anti-inflammatory herb and can help remove ama from your body, but I would recommend don't take it without a Vaidya consultation. Number 5, Gugul. Now Gugul is this raisin that comes from the Himalaya, and not every brand out there can actually make you access pure Gugul. So ensure that wherever you're taking it from, it is actually in its pure form. Gugul is Lekhana. That means it scrapes out the accumulated toxins from your body, arthritis, especially rheumatoid arthritis. Number 6, which is Guduchi or Giloy, is a strong anti-inflammatory agent. It helps purifies your blood, is a great Pitta dosha balancer, but is also heating in nature. So take this only for a limited amount of time or only under a Vaidya guidance. Number 7, Neem. Neem leaves are widely available. If you want to drink neem tea or have neem capsules, either is okay. It's a blood purifier, removes inflammation naturally, and can be utilized especially for those who have inflammation which is causing diabetes. For diabetic patients, neem is this excellent addition to their life. Number 8, aloe vera. Aloe vera is the summer plant which is quite succulent in nature but helps those who have skin disorders. You can either eat the jelly of this plant or apply the gel on your face or your skin. Remember that aloe vera can also be allergic to some people, so ensure that the leaf or the green part of it is completely cleared out, or if you're not sure whether aloe vera suits you or not, you can take formulations which has aloe vera in them but is supported by other herbs that protect the harmful effects of aloe vera. Number 9, licorice or mulethi. Another kitchen herb excellent for cough, asthma, respiratory disorders, but most people don't know mulethi is an excellent anti-inflammatory herb for your gut, for acidity, acid reflux, as well as blood related disorders. It helps clarifying your skin, so if you have acne, pimples or excessive rashes or redness of skin, mulethi just half teaspoon twice a day with warm water is a good start. If you would like to get serious with your skin disorder treatment, mulethi is a great addition, but consult a Vaidya. Number 10, everybody's favorite, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is getting this negative publicity because people are overdoing it, but really ashwagandha is that miracle herb which can be utilized by anyone and everyone because it is that anti-inflammatory for your brain. It removes excessive inflammation caused in your brain or your nervous tissue, helps calm down your nervous system and helps you beat stress directly. Ashwagandha is one of those rare herbs that impact your cortisol levels directly, so it is important that you take ashwagandha carefully because it does have the capacity to weaken your Agni as well. You don't need to take all of these herbs at once. Choose 1 or 2 herbs that suit your particular body type or your current imbalance. If you don't know what it is, call the number on the screen so that our Vaidya can guide you on your Ayurvedic regimen. And that will be a good start for your body to start its own revival. If any of these habits did help you out, do comment in the section below because we'd love to hear from you on what your inflammation story is all about. If you like this video, do hit the like and share button. Thank you so much for joining us. Jai Gurudev.